All right, let's talk about a really important health habit, the breast self-exam. Now, I know it's a practice that can feel a bit confusing or even intimidating, but it's such a powerful tool for just getting to know your body. So let's dive right in.
But here's the big question right off the bat. Should you even still be doing a breast self-exam? You know, if you feel like the official advice on this has been a little murky, or like it's changed over the years, well, you're not wrong. So let's clear that up.
Okay, so this might actually surprise you. The American Cancer Society, the ACS, no longer recommends regular self-exams as part of a routine screening schedule. I know, right? That seems totally backward. But there's a really good reason for it, and it's all aimed at reducing anxiety and actually improving health outcomes.
To really get to the bottom of this, here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll unpack that surprising guideline shift. Then, we're going to walk through the practical 3-step self-exam. After that, we'll cover exactly what kinds of changes you should be looking for. And finally, we'll talk about how awareness is truly your greatest power in all of this.
Okay, first up, that guideline shift. Because look, to feel truly confident in your health routine, it really helps to understand the why behind this big change in the medical perspective.
So the whole approach has shifted from this idea of a formal self-exam for cancer to something they now call breast self-awareness. It's a subtle change in wording, but it makes a huge difference. The goal isn't for you to find cancer yourself. It's simply to get so familiar with your body's normal day-to-day state that you can confidently spot when something's different.
And here's the crucial point. The ACS made this change to protect people from two things: the incredible anxiety of a false positive, finding something that turns out to be nothing, and the false sense of security from a false negative, which could cause someone to delay getting a real screening. It's all about finding a healthier, less stressful balance.
So with that context in mind, let's get practical. Let's walk through the 3-step method that helps you build that all-important self-awareness. The whole process really breaks down into 3 core parts. First, a visual check in the mirror. Then, a physical check while you're standing up. And finally, another physical check while you're lying down. Each step gives you a totally different perspective.
Step 1 is all visual. So you're just going to stand in front of a mirror with your arms relaxed at your sides. You're simply looking. Are there any changes to the usual shape, size, or skin texture, like any dimpling? Notice any changes to your nipples. Then raise your arms over your head and do the exact same check. It's amazing what that simple change of position can reveal.
All right, step 2 is the standing physical exam. And a great pro tip here is to do this in the shower. The soap and water make it way easier for your fingers to just glide over your skin. You want to use the pads of your 3 middle fingers, not the tips, and you're going to cover the entire chest area, all the way from your collarbone down to your abdomen and over into your armpit. Now the key here is to use 3 different levels of pressure in each spot: light, medium, and firm, so you can feel the tissue at every depth. And the final step is the physical exam while you're lying down. This is great because when you lie down, your breast tissue spreads out evenly across your chest, which can make it a lot easier to feel. So, you'll place a pillow under your right shoulder and use your left hand to check your right breast. Then you just switch sides. And again, remember those 3 levels of pressure and make sure to cover the whole area, including a gentle squeeze of the nipple to check for any discharge. Okay, so you're doing the checks, but what are you actually looking and feeling for? Let's break down the specific changes that are worth paying attention to. This slide gives us a really clear summary. For the breast itself, you're on the lookout for any new lumps, any thickening, dimpling, or pain that just won't go away. For the nipple, that means checking if it's started turning inward, any kind of unusual discharge, or changes in the skin texture. And don't forget the surrounding area. Feel for any lumps or swelling near your underarm or collarbone, since that's where your lymph nodes are. Now, a quick but really important note on swollen lymph nodes. Finding one can feel pretty alarming, but a lot of the time, it's just your immune system doing its job, fighting off an infection or maybe even reacting to a vaccine. That said, it can also be an early sign of breast cancer. So here's the takeaway. Don't panic, but don't ignore it. Just report any swelling that sticks around to your doctor. Okay, let's bring this all together in our final section. Because knowing how to check is one thing, but turning that knowledge into a consistent, empowering habit, well, that's the real goal here.
So, how often should you be doing this? Well, the general recommendation is to check in with your body about once a month. That consistency is what builds the familiarity we've been talking about, and it makes it so much easier to spot when something new or different pops up.
Timing can also make a real difference.
If you still have a period, the best time to check is a few days after it ends, when your breasts are least likely to be swollen or tender. And if you're postmenopause, just pick an easy date to remember, like the first of every month, and stick to it.
And this brings us right back to the most important takeaway from this whole thing. The point of this routine is not to diagnose yourself with anything. The goal is simply to know your body. It's about building a mental blueprint of what's normal for you. That's what empowers you to have a really informed, confident conversation with your doctor if anything ever changes.
So, I'll just leave you with this to think about. What's one thing you've learned today that makes you feel a little more in control of your own health? Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about.